मधुरं वदनं मधुरं नयनं मधुरं हसितं मधुरं हृदयं मधुरं गमनं मधुरं
मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरम्
वचनं मधुरं चरितं मधुरं वसनं मधुरं वलितं मधुरं चलितं मधुरं भ्रमितं मधुरं
मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरम्
पाणिर्मधुरः पादौ मधुरौ नृत्यं मधुरं सख्यं मधुरं
मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरम्
मधुरं पीतं मधुरं भुक्तं मधुरं सुप्तं मधुरं रूपं मधुरं तिलकं मधुरं
मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरम्
तरणं मधुरं हरणं मधुरं स्मरणं मधुरं वमितं मधुरं शमितं मधुरं
मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरम्
माला मधुरा यमुना मधुरा वीची मधुरा सलिलं मधुरं कमलं मधुरं
मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरम्
मधुरा लीला मधुरा युक्तं मधुरं मुक्तं मधुरं दृष्टं मधुरं शिष्टं मधुरं
मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरम्
मधुरा गावो मधुरा यष्टिर्मधुरा सृष्टिर्मधुरा दलितं मधुरं फलितं मधुरं
मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं मधुराधिपतेरखिलं
शरणं हरि 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 शरणं
हरि शरणं हरि शरणं
हरि शरणं हरि शरणं
हरि शरणं हरि शरणं
हरि शरणं हरि शरणं
हरि शरणं हरि शरणं हरि शरणं हरि शरणं
हरि शरणं हरि शरणं हरि शरणं हरि शरणं हरि शरणं हरि शरणं हरि शरणं हरि शरणं हरि शरणं हरि
कृष्ण गोविंद नारायण रे कृष्ण गोविंद नारायण रे कृष्ण
गोविंद नारायण रे कृष्ण गोविंद नारायण रे कृष्ण गोविंद नारायण रे कृष्ण कृष्ण मुकुंदा जनार्दना 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 कृष्ण गोविंद नारायण रे कृष्ण कृष्ण
श्री गुरु चरण सरोज रज निज मनु मुकुरु सुधारी बरनउ रघुबर विमल जसु जो दायक फलचारी बुद्धिहीन तनु जानिके सुमिरौ पवन कुमार बल बुद्धि विद्या देहु मोहि हरहु कलेस विकार जय हनुमान ज्ञान गुण सागर जय कपीसति लोक उजागर रामदूत अतुलित बल धामा अंजनी पुत्र पवन सुत नामा महावीर विक्रम बजरंगी कुमति निवार सुमति के संगी कंचन बरन विराज सुबेसा कानन कुंडल कुंचित केसा हाथ वज्र और ध्वजा विराजे कांधे मूज जनेऊ साजे शंकर सुवन केसरी नंदन तेज प्रताप महाजगवंदन विद्यावान गुणी अति चातुर राम काज करिबे को आतुर प्रभु चरित्र सुनिबे को रसिया राम लखन सीता मन बसिया सूक्ष्म रूप धरि सियहि दिखावा विकट रूप धरि लंक जरावा भीम रूप धरि असुर संहारे रामचंद्र के काज संवारे लाय सजीवन लखन जियाए श्री रघुबीर हरषि उर लाए रघुपति कीनी बहुत बड़ाई तुम मम प्रिय भरतई सम भाई सहस बदन तुम रोजस गावे अस कहि श्रीपति कंठ लगावे सनकादिक ब्रह्मादि मुनीसा नारद सारद सहित अहिसा जम कुबेर दिक्पाल जहाँ ते कवि कोविद कहि सकै कहाँ ते तुम उपकार संहार सुग्रीव ही कीन्हा, राम मिलाय राजपद दीन्हा। तुम्हरो मंत्र विभीषण माना, लंकेश्वर है सब जग जाना। जुग सहस्र जो जन पर भानु, लील्यो ताहि मधुर फल जानू। प्रभु मुद्रिका मेलि मुख माही, जलधि लांघि गए अचरज नाही। दुर्गम काज जगत के जेते, सुगम अनुग्रह तुम्हरे तेते। राम दुआरे तुम रखवारे, होत न आज्ञा बिनु पैसारे। सब सुख लहै तुम्हारी सरना, तुम रक्षक काहू को डरना। आपन तेज सम्हारो आपे, तीनों लोक हांकते कांपे। भूत पिशाच निकट नहीं आवे, महावीर जब नाम सुनावे। नासै रोग हरै सब पीरा, जपत निरंतर हनुमत वीरा। संकट ते हनुमान छुड़ावे, मन क्रम वचन ध्यान जो लावे। सब पर राम तपस्वी राजा, तिनके काज सकल तुम साजा। और मनोरथ जो कोई लावे, सोई अमित जीवन फल पावे। चारों जुग परताप तुम्हारा, है प्रसिद्ध जगत उजियारा। साधु संत के तुम रखवारे, असुर निकंदन राम दुलारे। अष्ट सिद्धि नौ निधि के दाता, असवर दीन जानकी माता। राम रसायन तुम्हारे पासा, सदा रहो रघुपति के दासा। तुम्हारे भजन राम को पावे, जन्म जन्म के दुख बिसरावे। अंत काल रघुबर पुर जाई, जहाँ जन्म हरि भक्त कहाई। और देवता चित्त न धरई, हनुमत से सर्व सुख करई। संकट कटे मिटे सब पीरा, जो सुमिरे हनुमत बलबीरा। जय 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 हनुमान गोसाई, कृपा करहु गुरुदेव की नाई। जो सत बार पाठ कर कोई, छूट ही बंदी महासुख होई। जो यह पढ़े हनुमान चालीसा, होय सिद्धि साखी गौरीसा। तुलसीदास सदा हरि चेरा, कीजय नाथ हृदय महडेरा। पवन तनय संकट हरना, मंगल मूर्ति रूप। राम लखन सीता सहित, हृदय बसहु सुर भूप। सियावर रामचंद्र की जय, पवन सुत हनुमान की जय। उमापति महादेव की जय।
सच्चिदानन्दं वासुदेवं व्रजप्रियं धर्मसंस्थापकं वीरम् कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुम्। ईश्वर भक्ति भाव से बहती संस्कारों की धारा, भारत माँ की सेवा में गीता परिवार हमारा।
कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय हरये परमात्मने प्रणतक्लेशनाशाय गोविंदाय नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण एवरीवन। My respectful pranams to Param Pujya Swami Shri Govind Dev Girji Maharaj, the founder of this great organization, Gita Pariwar, and the brain behind this world-class online Gita learning platform. So we have all assembled here on this Zoom platform to commence a wonderful Vivechan session, an event where every aspect is graced with auspiciousness, positivity, and the blessings of divinity. On behalf of Gita Pariwar, myself, JVXM Lakshmi from Mumbai, I am privileged to invite you all to this evening session. Today, we are all here for the Vivechan of Nyasa, which constitutes the final part of our Bhagavad Gita learning at L4 stage. Nyasa is important in Hinduism or Sanatana Dharma because it's a ritualistic practice where specific mantras are placed on different parts of the body during worship, symbolizing the invocation of divine energy, purification, and the installation of spiritual power within oneself, essentially allowing the worshipper to locate divinity within their own body. So before we embark on our ritualistic journey today, let us begin this glorious occasion with a devotional fervor by offering our prayers to Jagadguru Sri Krishna. With an ardent devotion and a spirit full of faith, let's tune our hearts to the divine frequency. And as we pray, may our minds find peace and our spirits awareness. For today's prayer, I welcome Malti Rati ji, a graduate from Amaravati, who is associated with Gita Pariwar since 2021 and is now a trainer. Didi, please proceed with the prayer. You're welcome.
वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णो वन्दे जगद्गुरुं श्रीकृष्णो वन्दे जगद्गुरुं। सभी को जय श्री कृष्ण।
Thank you very much, Didi, for that melodious prayer. And with this inspiration and blessings of Sri Krishna, let's move to the next segment of our program and brighten this auspicious occasion by offering our prayers to Ma Saraswati and conduct our customary lighting of the ceremonial lamp, that is Deep Prajwalan, as a tribute to Ma Saraswati, the embodiment of knowledge. Now it's time for a Deep Prajwalan, and today we have Srimati Kusum Modi ji from Bhavnagar. Didi is a homemaker and joined Gita Pariwar in June 2023. Didi completed all 4 levels and is offering her services as GC. Let's start the Deep Prajwalan, please.
निषिद्धैरप्येभिर्लुलितमकरन्दो मधुकरैः करैरिन्दोरन्तश्छुरित इव सम्भिन्नमुकुलः विधत्तां सिद्धिन्नो नयनसुभगामस्य सदसः प्रकीर्णः पुष्पाणां हरिचरणयोरञ्जलिरयम् शरदिन्दुनिभां शुभ्रवस्त्रैरलङ्कृतां कलहंसकृतावासां वरदां शारदा नुमः।
Thank you, Didi, for that captivating prajwalan of devotion and faith. The melodies fill the air not just with melodious music, but with sense of divinity and tranquility. So with that atmosphere, we now proceed forward with a few announcements. So today, as you all know, our new level 1 batch, 38th batch, will be starting from 21st of February. So the form can be filled at joingeeta.com from the mobile. Please pass on the information and connect your dear ones, friends, relatives, neighbors, and whomever you are acquainted with to Gita classes in maximum numbers. Let us take up this responsibility and encourage everyone to register in the language and time slot of their choice and be a part of this Mahayagna. So similarly, it's also expected that you all share this beautiful link of these Vivechans with all your friends and relatives and whoever is interested in listening to these Vivechan classes, so that they also will be benefited from these Vivechan sessions. So then finally, we are now all set to enjoy the spiritual movements and now move on to the most awaited part of the session, the Vivechan by our most respected and senior trainer, Shri Vikasji Vaidya. Shri Vikasji Bhaiya, a mechanical engineer with a postgraduate diploma in business management, is settled in Pune and owns a small IT company. Bhaiya is an eloquent speaker and his passion in teaching and explaining the shlokas in a very interesting way draws attention of each and every learner. Bhaiya has phenomenal interest in learning new languages, which helped him to master many languages, both Indian and foreign. So Bhaiya is, in fact, an inspiration to each one of us here. Bhaiya does the Sampurna Gita Parayan of all the 18 Adhyayas every day and is also a trainer in Gita Pariwar for L1 to L4. And he is involved in trainers selection and also trainers training for L1 to L4. Also guiding Gita Vratis to prepare Gita. It's indeed it's a great honor and pleasure and privilege to request you, Bhaiya, to take over and begin the interpretation session of the most interesting part, Nyasa. Vikas Bhaiya, please.
वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं पूज्य स्वामी जी के चरण कमलों में कोटि कोटि नमन. Welcome to all Gita Sadhak. Today we are going to discuss a new chapter, which is not a chapter of Bhagavad Gita as such, but something which is performed before doing Bhagavad Gita. Why, when, that we'll discuss. The subject of today's discussion is Nyasa. Nyasa, Prarthana, Gita Mahatmyam, all these things we are going to discuss today. So we'll start with the Nyasa. Now if you see the definition of Nyasa, in the dictionary if you see the word Nyasa, it means to place or literally to deposit or setting down. This is a concept of only which is valid only in Sanatan Dharma, in our Hindu Dharma. No other religion has this concept of Nyasa. Nyasa involves touching various parts of the body while chanting some specific portions of selected mantras, which are all from Bhagavad Gita. This imposition of mantras upon the body is considered as assigning or locating the divinity inside our own body. That Mamaya Shujiva Loke, so we are trying to locate that divinity. Where is that Ansha? And we touch every part of the body while doing the Nyasa. See, we take the experience of this material world through our senses, through our organs, isn't it? So organs of our body, they allow us to experience the outside world. Before we use those very organs, which gets dirty, because the outside material world is not so clean, it's quite dirty. So our organs, our senses, they also get polluted because they interact with the material world day in and day out. So before we start using the same organs, same senses for chanting of Bhagavad Gita, we have to cleanse them, isn't it? Senses that we experience through, the senses should be pure and to the fullest. So that is the thing that we achieve by doing Nyasa. So before you start, it is important to cleanse the organs and the senses with which you will practice reading of Bhagavad Gita. You know, it is just like the utensils that we use in the kitchen every day. Those utensils, before we start using them, should be cleaned before we make the food in those utensils. Similarly, tools of our body must be cleaned before practicing any kind of bhakti. What are these tools? Our fingers that perform different rituals. Our senses of touch, smell, sight, hearing and taste. Shabda, Sparsha, Rupa, Rasa, Gandha. That procedure of cleansing is called Nyasa. So it also means the mental concentration, allocation of various body parts to the guardian spirits. Now, way to perform the Nyasa, is to touch each organ, explicitly thinking how it is useful to performing duties and reminding us that it must be pure to perform those duties in a proper way. Hands are performing their duty, hands should be cleansed. Eyes are performing their duty, those should be clean. Same way with our nose, our eyes, our ears, our tongue, everything. So Nyas are embedded at the beginning of actual prayers. Before you start actual reading of Bhagavad Gita, Nyas is to be performed. Now it is a prescribed procedure that one performs before starting worship. For example, at the beginning of Bhagavad Gita, Nyas associates with each organ with another mantra that is a part of either Adhyaya 2 or Adhyaya 18. So there are some selected shlokas, parts of shlokas, which we chant while performing the Nyas. Now here are the organs along with the reasons why they must be pure. In Karanyas, Nyasa of Kar means hand. And hand consists of 10 fingers, 2 hands, 10 fingers. Now individual fingers are to be cleansed. Individual fingers are used for activities ranging from washing the idols of Paramatma in our puja ghar, or performing the yajna, or even picking up the book of Bhagavad Gita. We use our hands. The hands should be cleaned. Anganyasa, Nyasa of Anga, that means body parts. We use our mouth. We use our mouth for eating, for drinking, for speech. Goal is to eat, drink and speak good and positive things. The mouth should be cleaned. Nose. Nose is used for smelling. The goal is to smell and inhale only that which is good for body and exhale all the negativity from the body. Eyes. Eyes are used for seeing or for reading. Goal of Nyas is to watch and read only those things that are good for the mind. So I should not get interested in seeing something which is not good for the mind. Shoulders represent the strength and ability. Goal is to use that strength for the well-being of self and others by doing seva, nishkam seva. Knees. Our knees represent the willpower to walk. If knees are not strong, one cannot walk. In the old days, the knees start paining and people almost stop walking. So knees represent the willpower to walk on the path of good behavior. Our entire body is to stay healthy and in good behavior. That is the purpose. When all these organs come together to perform good duties for the well-being of oneself and of the community, that is the true form of Samhita. See, our fingers, these fingers, they have connection with all organs of our body. If you go to an acupressure specialist and you tell him that, doctor, I have headache, then what he will say? Okay, you have headache, then you press this portion or this finger, something like that. I am not an expert in acupressure, but that is what the acupressure specialist they say. If you press here, it will activate those nerves and you will get relieved of your pain. So the acupressure specialist, they ask us to press a particular point on your palm or on your finger. This is exactly what we do in Nyas. We purify all our 10 fingers in Karanyas because our fingers are connected to the entire body. When we press each finger and purify it with the intention that entire body is getting purified. So this is the purpose of Karanyas. Second is Hridaya Dhyanas. That we'll see what is Hridaya Dhyanas. But question may arise, is it necessary to perform Nyas? Is it a must that before we read Gita, we should perform the Nyas? The answer is plain, simple, no. It is not necessary to perform Nyas. When you are reading Bhagavad Gita for your own joy or for doing seva of Paramatma, it is not necessary to do Nyas. Bhagavad Gita doesn't insist that you should take shower and then only read Gita. You can take a morning walk on the terrace or on the street or in the garden, and if you have you have learned by heart any adhyayas of Bhagavad Gita, you can start chanting those adhyayas. So there is no necessity of getting the body also showered before you start chanting Bhagavad Gita. Then why Nyasa is to be performed and when it is to be performed? When we are reading Gita, we are doing Gita Pathan as a Nishkam Seva. God, I don't want anything. I am not expecting any return of doing my Gita Parayan. I am doing this for my own satisfaction. I want to offer my obeisances, my respect, my deep faith, my deep Shraddha to you. And with that intention only I am reading this Bhagavad Gita. I have no other intention. So this is the Nishkam Seva of Paramatma for our own self-purification. So when purification of self and offering Nishkam Seva to Paramatma is the only intention of doing Gita Parayan, then performing Nyas is not necessary. Then when it's to perform, we are expecting something that I will do Gita Parayan, God, but in return, please help me to get a job for my son, help me to get my daughter married, or help me to get promotion in my job. When some expectations, some kamanas are there in your mind, and with those kamanas, you are doing Gita Pathan, Gita Parayan, and you are expecting that Paramatma, after you complete your Gita Parayan, will bestow upon His mercy on you, and you will get what you have desired for. Then this becomes a Sakam Seva. It no more is a Nishkam Seva. And when Sakam Karma are to be done, then you have to follow all rules and regulations of Karma Kanda. Because Sakam Karma is a part of Karma Kanda only. And when we perform Karma Kanda, then the rules of Karma Kanda are to be followed. Like we perform puja in our puja ghar every day. We have to take shower. We have to use that silk cloth, yellowish silk cloth, and then sit for puja. These are the rituals which we have to follow. Because doing puja, washing our idols in the puja ghar every day, putting tilak on them, offering flowers on them, and in the end doing naivedyam and doing arti is a part of karma kanda. And before we do that, we must take shower. Without shower, can we do puja? No. So when the karma is changing from nishkam to sakam, all rules of karma kanda are to be followed. First is cleanse the body with shower. Then cleanse the body and all organs and senses of the mind by recitation of specific mantras. So when you purify your body externally and internally by chanting those mantras, those slokas from Bhagavad Gita, touching different body parts, then you are qualified to read the Gita with that Sakam Bhavana, what you have in mind. So this is the brief introduction of what is Nyas. Now we will start doing the Nyas. As I said, there are two types of Nyas. One is Karanyasa and another is Nyasa. I will perform both the Nyas. You kindly observe my movement of hands, where my hand is touching which part of the body, and which mantra, which shloka I am chanting when I am touching different parts of the body. So with this we'll start performing the Nyas. Om Shri Paramatmane Namaha. Śrīmad-Bhagavadgītā Atha Karanyasaha. Om Asya Śrīmad-Bhagavadgītā Mala Mantrasya Bhagavān Vedavyasa Rishihi Anuštupachandaha Shri Krishna Paramatma Devata Ashocyananvashocastvam Pradnya Vadanshcha Bhashase Iti Bijam Sarvadharman Parityajya Mamekam Sharanam Vraja Iti Shaktihi. अहन्त्वा सर्वपापेभ्यो मोक्षयिष्यामि मा शुच इति कीलकम्. So these three slokas what we have chanted, Ashochanamna Shochasam Pradnya Vadasya Bhashase iti Bijam. Bijam is the seed. This is the beginning of Bhagavad Gita. This slok from second adhyay is the slok from where Paramatma Shri Krishna Bhagwan has started giving his message to Arjuna. So it is Bijam, the starting point, the seed of the Bhagavad Gita. Sarva Dharman Parityajya Mamekam Sharanam Vraja iti Shakti. This is the power of Gita. Surrender all your karmas to Paramatma and surrender yourself to him. Take his Sharanagati. That is the power of Gita. Ahantva sarva papebhyo mokshe shemashuja iti kilakam. This is the key. Kunchi. Paramatma is giving you this guarantee that if you sarva dharman paridhyajya mamikam sharanam vraja, then ahantva sarva papebhyo mokshe shemashuja. Then don't worry, mashucha, don't worry. I will remove all your papa karmas and I will give moksha to you, provided we surrender to Paramatma and offer all our karma phalas to Paramatma. Sarva dharman parityajya. I am a nobody. I don't do anything. I don't have kartrutva abhiman. The sense of doership I don't have. I am not the bhuktrutva. I don't enjoy doing things. It is a play, interplay of sense and sense objects. I am a non-doer. And whatever things are happening because of your grace. Who am I to do it? Who am I to read Gita? You have given me that wisdom. You have given me that intellect. You have given me the eyes. I am just using that. I am not doing anything of my own. It is all your grace. With the same eyes, people watch the movies or they watch the TV serials for hours and hours together. With the same eyes, I am reading Gita because your grace is on me. I am rightfully using the eyes for the right purpose. So it is out of your grace only. So ahantva sarva papebhyo mokshay mashucha. When we perform karma like this, Paramatma says sarva papebhyo mokshayishyam mashucha. Paramatma will cleanse all of us of our all papa karmas and he will render moksha to us. Mashucha, don't worry. Iti kilakam. This is the key. This is the key of Bhagavad Gita. We all want to achieve that purpose, no? This is the key for which this key will open our gate to the moksha. Ahantva sarva papebhyo mokshe mashucha. That is why it is called iti kilakam. So I will repeat these three things and then we start the hand movement touching the body parts. Okay? Atha Karanyasa. Om Asya Śrīmad-Bhagavadgītā Mālā Mantrasya Bhagavan Vedavyasa Rishihi Anuštubha Chandaha Shri Krishna Paramatma Devata Ashochananva Shochastvam Pradnya Vadanscha Bhashase iti Bijam Sarva Dharman Parityajya Mamekam Sharanam Vraja iti Shaktihi Ahantva sarva papebhyo mokshayishyami ma shucha iti kilakam. Now observe the hand movement. Nainai chindanti shastrani nainandhati pavaka ityaggushtabhyan namaha. When you start reading this shloka, nainai chindanti shastrani nainandhati pavaka ityaggushtabhyan namaha. Angutha. This we have to purify. Angutha we purify with the tarjani. With this. This tarjani, it is used for moving from bottom to top of our thumb. Ityaggushtabhyan namaha. And while doing this action, moving the tarjani from the bottom of thumb to the top of the thumb, we chant the slok. Nainai chandanti shastrani nainandhati pavaka ityaggushtabhyan namaha. Now remember that this sloka, Nainai chandanti shastrani nainandhati pavaka, is a slok which is describing the characteristic of our Atma. That Atma can never be killed. It cannot be harmed with Shastra. It cannot be burnt in the fire also. Naina Chandra Shastrani Nainadi Pavaka. So, remembering these characteristics of our soul, that my soul is indestructible, we are purifying our thumb. Thumb and thumb related all organs of the body. Nainai Chandanti Shastrani Nainandati Pavaka Ityagustabhyan Namaha. When you say Ityagustabhyan Namaha, the two fingers should separate. That means the chanting of shloka and movement of this finger on the thumb has to be synchronized. Has to be synchronized. Nainai Chandanti Shastrani Nainandati Pavaka Ityagustabhyan Namaha. So this way we have purified our thumb and all the body parts which are connected to the thumb. Next. न चैनं क्लेदयन्त्यापो न शोषयति मारुता इति तर्जनीभ्यां नमः. Now here we will purify our tarjani and we will read another characteristic of our soul, which is again from second adhyay. न चैनं क्लेदयन्त्यापो न शोषयति मारुता इति तर्जनीभ्यां नमः. So for tarjanibhyan namaha, we have to use the thumb, moving the thumb from bottom of tarjani to the top of the tarjani. And the shlok that we will read is Na chainam kledayantyapo na shosheti maruta iti tarjanibhyan namaha. Tarjanibhyan namaha. Both fingers should separate when we say tarjanibhyan namaha. Once again. Nainai chandanti shastrani nainandati pavaka ityagustabhyan namaha. Na chainam kledayantyapo na shosheti maruta iti tarjanibhyan namaha. So we'll repeat these two things. Purification of thumb, Pushtabhyan Namaha, and purification of our Tarjani. The shlokas what we have chanted while doing these are like this. Nainai Chindanti Shastrani Nayanandati Pavaka Ityagustabhyan Namaha. Na chainam kledayantyapo na shoshiti maruta iti tarjanibhyan namaha. So Ityagustabhyan Namaha and Tarjanibhyan Namaha. We have purified our tarjani and our thumb while chanting the shlokas. Nainai chandanti shastrani nainandi pavaka, and then nachainam kledayantyapo na shosheti maruta. These both are the characteristics of our soul, our atma, which we are invoking. Third, now madhyama. This middle finger is to be purified and all the body organs which are connected through nerves with this middle finger. So for that we'll chant third characteristics of our soul from second adhyaya again with the thumb moving on that middle finger. Achedyo yamadayo yam akledyo shosha evacha iti madhyamabhyan namaha. Watch again. Thumb is to be kept at the bottom of middle finger and the slok to be chanted is Achedyo yamadayo yam akledyo shosha evacha iti madhyamabhyan namaha. Iti madhyamabhyan namaha. Iti madhyamabhyan namaha. So you have to separate both the fingers when you say madhyamabhyan namaha. And the slok that we read is Achedyo yamadayo yam akledyo shosha evacha iti madhyamabhyan namaha. So you purified our thumb, our tarjani and our middle finger. Now let us go to our anamika or the ring finger. Another characteristic of our soul. Nitya sarvagata sthanu rachaloyam sanatana ityanamikabhyan namaha. Ityanamikabhyan namaha. This anamika, you have to keep the thumb at the bottom of it and move it, roll it over it while chanting this slok. Atma is Nitya, Sarvagata, Sthanu, Achala and Sanatan. So they are the additional characteristics of our soul, again from second adhyaya, which we chant while doing this particular action of purifying our anamika, the ring finger. Watch again. Nitya sarvagata sthanu rachaloyam sanatana ityanamikabhyan namaha. Nitya sarvagata sthanu rachaloyam sanatana ityanamikabhyan namaha. So four fingers are purified, only little finger is remaining, small finger is remaining. While doing that, we'll say Pashyame partha rupani shatashota sahasrasha iti kanishtikabhyan namaha. Now this is from the 11th adhyaya. Pashyame partha rupani shatashota sahasrasha. Arjuna, you can see hundreds and thousands forms of man in this broad room. And while chanting this slok, we have to roll our thumb from the bottom of our little finger to its top. Pashyame partha rupani shatashota sahasrasha iti kanishtikabhyan namaha. Pashyame partha rupani shatasho sahasrasha iti kanishtikabhyam namaha. So all 10 fingers have been purified and all the body parts which are connected to, all the organs which are connected through these 10 fingers. At the end of this Karanyas we say, Nana vidhani divyani nana varna kritini cha iti karatal kara prishtabhyan namaha. Karatal kara prishtabhyan namaha. And the slok that we say, again from 11th Adhyay, Nana vidhani divyani nana varna kritini cha iti karatal kara prishtabhyan namaha. So we are remembering Paramatma's Virat Roop, Vishwaroop, while chanting this and doing these actions of purification of our little finger and purification of our palm, inside, outside, both. Nana vidhani divyani nana varna kritini cha iti karatal kara prishtabhyan namaha iti karanyasaha. So here the Karanyasa ends. It may have taken time to explain this, but actual action of Karanyas does not take more than 1 to 1.5 minutes. We can do it now. I will not talk anything except doing the Nyas, Karanyas. You can watch all actions. Atha Karanyasaha Om Asya Śrīmad-Bhagavadgītā Mālā Mantrasya Bhagavan Vedavyasa Rishi Anuštava Chandaha Shri Krishnah Paramatma Devata Ashocyananvashocastvam Pradnya Vadanshvashase Iti Bijam Sarvadharman Parityajya Mamekam Sharanam Vraja Iti Shaktihi Ahantva Sarva Papebhyo Mokshaishyami Mashisha Iti Kilakam Nainai Chindanti Shastrani Nainandati Pavaka Ityagustabhyan Namaha Nachainam Kledayantyaapo Nashoshiti Maruta Iti Tarjinibhyan Namaha Achedyo Yamadayyo Yam Maklidyo Shosheyo Cha Iti Madhamabhyan Namaha Nitya Sarvagata Ruchalo Yam Sanatana Ityanamikabhyan Namaha Pashyame Partha Rupani Shatasho Sahasrasha Iti Kanishtikabhyan Namaha Nana Vidhani Divyani Nana Varna Kritini Cha Iti Karatal Kara Prishtabhyan Namaha Iti Karanyasaha. So simple. Let us continue with Hridayat Dinas. Hridayat Dinas. See the actions that I am taking and which shlokas I am reading when doing Hridayat Dinas. You have to take your right hand, put it on your heart and start. Adha Hridayat Dinasaha Nainai Chindanti Shastrani Nainandati Pavaka Iti Hridaya Namaha. Hridaya Namaha. And the shlok again from second Adhyay, describing our soul. Nainai Chindanti Shastrani Nainandati Pavaka Iti Hridaya Namaha. Then shift that hand to the Shiraseswaha, our head. And the shlok again describing our soul. Nachainam Kledayantyaapo Nashosheti Maruta Iti Shiraseswaha. Shiraseswaha. And on the Shir, that means on the head. And chanting of shlok. Nachainam Kledayantyaapo Nashosheti Maruta Iti Shiraseswaha. Then take that hand to the back of your head. Where the small brain is there, at that point you put this hand, right hand. And the shlok to be chanted is Achedyo Yamadayyo Yam Maklidyo Shosha Evacha Iti Shikhaya Vashat. Shikhaya Vashat. This is the place Shikhaya where old Brahmin people, they used to tie their shendi, So this is that place, small brain. And the shlok that we chant while touching this small brain of ours is Nitya Sarvagata Sthanu Rachalo Yam Sanatana. Oh, sorry. Achedyo Yamadayyo Yam Maklidyo Shosha Evacha Iti Shikhaya Vashat. Iti Shikhaya Vashat. So this is Shikhaya Vashat. Achedyo Yamadayyo Yam Maklidyo Shosha Evacha Iti Shikhaya Vashat. And then take both the palms in the front. In the front and read this shloka. Nitya Sarvagata Sthanu Rachalo Yam Sanatana Iti Kavachaya Hum. You have to rotate your hands in the direction of your body as if you are creating a kavach, a protection for your body so that no negativity enters into the area when you are reading Bhagavad Gita. So it is a kavach formation by reading this. Nitya sarvagata sthanurachaloyam sanatana iti kavachaya hum. Kavachaya hum. Then we have to purify our eyes with which we are reading Gita. So for that, the shlok to be chanted is Pashyame partha rupani shatasota sahasraja iti netratraya evaukshat. Netratraya, these two eyes and third eye is here. We cannot open it, but eye is definitely here. And the shlok to be chanted while purification of this netras is this. Pashyame partha rupani shatasota sahasraja iti netratraya evaukshat. Netratraya evaukshat. Pashyame partha rupani shatasota sahasraja iti netratraya evaukshat. And then entire head is to be purified by saying Nana vidhani divyani nana varna kritini cha iti astraya fat. We have to make some sound of these two fingers. Nana vidhani and rotate the hand in the clockwise direction. Nana vidhani divyani nana varna kritini cha iti astraya fat. Only once it is to be done, not again and again. Only once. Nana vidhani divyani nana varna kritini cha iti astraya fat. When you say astraya fat, the sound has to come. Some people do astraya fat like this also, but we can do it like this also. Like this or like this. Up to you. And the shlok to be chanted. Nana vidhani divyani nana varna kritini cha iti astraya fat. Shri Krishna prityarthe pathe vinyogaha. So after performing Karanyasa and Udadinas, now we are making a declaration that this Gita Parayan, which I am doing, is for Shri Krishna Prityarthe. I am offering my seva to Shri Krishna. And for offering this seva, I am reading this Bhagavad Gita. Shri Krishna Prityarthe, for Lord Shri Krishna. Pathe Vinyogaha. This part of Gita, what I am doing, is for offering to Shri Krishna Bhagavan. So these are the two nyas which we perform. Karanyas and Udadinas. I hope the procedure is clear to all of you. If there are any questions, we can discuss those at the end of session. Now the next thing after doing both nyas is reading of Prarthana. Prarthana which we read Om Parthaya Pratibodhitam Bhagavata Narayanena Swayam Vyasena Grathidam Purana Munina Madhye Mahabharatam Advaitamritavarshiniim Bhagavatim Ashtadashaadhyayinim Ambatva Manusandadhami Bhagavad Gite Bhavadveshinim Namostu Te Vyasa Vishala Buddhe Ullarvindayatapatra Netra Yena Tvaya Bharata Taila Purnaha Prajvalito Jnanamaya Pradipah Prapanna Parijataya Totra Vaitraika Panaye Jnanamudraya Krishnaya Geetamrituduhe Namaha Vasudeva Sutan Devam Kamsa Chanuramardanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum Bhishmadronatata Jayadratha Gandharanilotpala Shalyagrahavati Krupena Vahani Karnena Velakula Ashvathama Vikarna Ghora Makara Duryodhanavartini Sotirna Kalu Pandavairana Nadi Kaivartaka Keshavaha Parasharya Vachas Saroja Mamalang Geetarthagandhotkatan Nanakyanaka Kesaram Harikatha Sambodhana Bodhitam Loke Sajjana Shatpadairaharaha Pipiyamanam Muda Bhuyad Bharata Pankajam Kalimalap Pradhvansina Shreyase Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pangalangayate Girim Yat Kurpatamaham Vande Paramananda Madhavam. So this 7 shlokas is the Prarthana which we read before we start reading the Gita and after performing Karanyas and Hridayadhinas. Let's try to understand what is the meaning of all this. What is the meaning of this prarthana which we are reading? Om Parthaya Pratibodhitam Bhagavata Narayanena Swayam Vyasena Grihidam Puranamrina Madhye Mahabharatam Advaitamrita Varshinim Bhagavatim Ashtadashadhyayinim Ambatva Manusandadhami Bhagavad Gite Bhavadveshinim. So this Gita Prarthana, it is associated with Gita. These slokas, this poem has often been attached to Bhagavad Gita, one of the most important scriptures of our religion, Bhagavad Gita. In English, its title can be literally translated as Meditation on Gita. This Partha is doing meditation on Gita. And it is also sometimes called Invocation to the Gita. These shlokas of Gita Prarthana, they offer salutations to a variety of sacred scriptures, various gods and other entities, and characterize the relationship of Gita to Upanishads, of which it is an extract, and affirm the power of divine assistance. Gita Prarthana is a prayer. Prarthana, no prayer. The purpose of studying the prayer, Prarthana, is to invoke the grace of Lord so that we can successfully complete the study of Bhagavad Gita. To ward off the obstacles that may come. You know, Bhagavad Gita is a part of Mahabharata. But these prayers, these verses of prayers are not from Mahabharata. The prayer verses were written by the great Acharya by the name Madhusudana Saraswati. So this is not a part of Bhagavad Gita as such. These have been separately written by Acharya Madhusudana Saraswati. Before he wrote his commentary on Bhagavad Gita, he wrote these shlokas of Prarthana. And now it has become a customary, it has become a habit, ritual, to read this Prarthana before reading the Gita as if it is a part of Gita. Maharishi Vaidya has not written this, it is written by Madhusudana Saraswati ji. So the name of his commentary is Gudhartha Deepika, the book written by Madhusudana Saraswati. Gudhartha Deepika, a lamp which illuminates the hidden and deeper meaning of Bhagavad Gita. It is a very famous commentary on Gita by Madhusudana Saraswati ji. Before starting the actual reading of Gita, we study these 7 verses of Prarthana and then 2 verses of Dhyanam, Dhyanam. So this is how the Prarthana is. Now in these shloks of Prarthana, Madhusudana Saraswati ji offers Namaskaram, obeisances to Mahabharatam, for it is the greatest book, Mahabharata, offering obeisances, Namaskaram to Bhagavad Gita, looking upon Gita as the mother, Mother Saraswati, the embodiment of wisdom. Saraswati means Vyasacharya, the author of Mahabharata, and therefore the author of Gita as well, Maharishi Vedavyas, and also of course to Lord Krishna, who gives the Gita teaching to Arjuna. So we are remembering all this when we are chanting this Prarthana. Now let us start understanding the meaning of this Prarthana. Om Parthaya Pratibodhitam Bhagavata Narayanena Swayam Vyasena Grathitam Purana Munina Madhye Mahabharatam Advaitamrita Varshinim Bhagavatim Ashtadashadhyayinim Ambatva Manusandadhami Bhagavad Gite Bhavadveshinim. That which was taught to Arjuna by Lord Narayana himself. Om Parthaya Pratibodhitam Bhagavata Narayanena Swayam. Lord Narayana has taught it to to Arjuna. So that Gita which was taught by Arjuna by Lord Narayana himself, Vyasena Grathitam Purana Munina Madhye Mahabharatam, which was written by the epic sage Maharishi Vedavyas in the middle of Mahabharata, Madhye Mahabharatam. Advaitamrita Varshinim Bhagavatim. Bhagavati here is Goddess Saraswati. Ashtadashadhyayinim. O Mother Goddess, who showers the nectar of Advaita, called the Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad Gita teaches us how to change from Dvaita Bhav to Advaita Bhav. From this thought that I am different, God is different. Gita teaches us, no, both are same. So this Advaita Bhav is taught to us by Bhagavad Gita, and for that we are thanking the Goddess Saraswati, Mother Goddess, who showers the nectar of Advaita called Bhagavad Gita, which has 18 chapters. Ashtadashadhyayinim, 18 chapters. I meditate on you, Mother, who removes all the past karmas. Ambatva Mrasandhami Bhagavad Gita Bhavad Veshinim. So this is the first shloka. Further, Namostute Vyasa Vishala Buddhe Ullara Vindayatapatra Netra Yena Tvaya Bharata Taila Purnaha Prajvalito Jnanamaya Pradipaha. Namostute Vyasa Vishala Buddhe. Salutations to Maharishi Vedavyas, who has immense intellect. Vishala Buddhe, immense intellect. Who has eyes like petals of the lotus flower. Ullara Vinda Yatapatra Netra. Who has filled up the oil to the lamp of Mahabharata. Yenatvaya Bharata Taila Purnaha. And lighted it to pinpoint the wisdom. Prajvalito Jnanamaya Pradipaha. So this is second shloka of this prarthana. Continuation. Prapanna parijatayo totra vaitraika panaye jnanamudraya krishnaya Geetamritaduhe namaha. Salutation, obeisances, namaskaram to Lord Shri Krishna, who is a wish-giving tree. Prapanna parijatayo, who holds a cane to drive the cattle. Krishna Bhagavan ke haath mein danda hai. He has a stick in his hand because he was driving the cattle day in and day out. So he has that cane, that stick in his hand to drive the cattle, and who also shows the seal of Jnana with the second hand. In one hand the stick is there, in second hand he is doing the Jnana Mudra, and he gives us all the nectar of Bhagavad Gita. And we are offering our salutations to that Lord Shri Krishna. Prapanna parijataya totra vaitreka parnaye jnana mudraya Krishna. This is Jnana Mudra. Jnana mudraya Krishnaya Geetamritaduhe namaha. Further. Vasudeva sudandevam kaunsachanuramardhanam devaki paramanandam Krishnam vande jagadgurum. I salute the teacher of the world, who is the son of Vasudeva, Bhagavan Shri Krishna, who killed Kamsa Chanur, and Chanur was another demon. He was also killed by Shri Krishna Bhagavan. So who killed Kamsa and Chanur, and is the one who gave divine joy to Devaki. Vasudeva Sudandevam Kamsa Chanur Mardanam Devaki Paramanandam, who gave param joy, divine joy to Devaki. Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum, the Lord of this entire cosmos, Jagadgurum, Bhagavan Shri Krishna. I offer my salutations to him. Vasudeva Sudandevam Kamsa Chanur Mardanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum. Further. Bhishmadrona Tata Jayadratha Jala Gandhara Nilotpala Shalyagrahavati Krupena Vahani Karnena Vela Kula Ashwathama Vikarna Ghora Makara Duryodhana Vartini Sotirna Kalu Pandavairna Nadi Kaivartaka Keshavaha. This is an important simile. Bhishma and Dronacharya are the two banks. It is imagined that the battle of Kurukshetra is like a river. It is like a river. And Bhishmacharya and Dronacharya are the two banks of that river. Jayadratha is the water in that river. Shakuni, the king of Gandharva, was the blue lotus. Shalya was a crocodile. Krupacharya was the tide in that river. Karna was the mighty wave in that river. Ashwathama and Vikarna were the dangerous alligators. And Duryodhana was the whirlpool, Bhavra. Bhavra attacks everyone and people get doomed in Bhavra, no? So Duryodhana is compared like a whirlpool, Bhavra. Uttirna Kalu Pandavai Rinardi Kaivartaka Keshava. So such a horrible river where Bhishmacharya and Dronacharya are the two banks of the river. Jayadratha was the water. Shakuni was the king of Gandharva, was the blue lotus in that river. Shalya is the crocodile. Krupacharya, the tide of that river. Karna was the mighty wave of that river. Ashwathama and Vikarna were the most dangerous alligators. And Duryodhana was the whirlpool. But Pandavas, they crossed over this river of war, with Krishna as their Navadi, as their helmsman. He drive them through this war of Kurukshetra. Sottirna Kalu Pandavai Rananadi Kaivartaka Keshava. Keshava did this. So Pandava could win the battle because of grace of Lord Shri Krishna. Further, Pradhana continues. Further, Parasharya Vachas Saroja Mamalang Gītārtha Gandhotkatan Nānākhyanak Kesaram Harikatha Sambodhana Bodhitam Loke Sajjana Shatpadairaharaha Pepiyamanam Muda Bhūyāt Bharata Pankajam Karimalap Pradhvansina Shreyase. Let the lotus flower of Mahabharata, which arose from the water, which are the words of son of Parashara. Who is son of Parashara? Maharishi Vedas. So let the lotus flower of Mahabharata, which arose from the water, which are the words of the son of Parashara Rishi, which has a pollen grains of different stories. Nana Kyanaka Kesaram. Mahabharata has several stories, no? Which is taught in the form of stories of Lord Vishnu, that is drunk by the honey bee of very good people. Loke Sajjana Shatpai Rahara Pepi Yamanam Muda Bhuyat Bharata Pankajam Kalimala Pradvamsina Shreyase. Help those who want to remove all the ills of this Kali Yuga. Kalimala Pradvamsina Shreyase. So a prarthana is being made that help those who want to remove the ills of Kali Yuga by chanting of this Bhagavad Gita. Further, Mukam karodi vachalam pangullangayate girim yat krupatamaham vande paramananda madhavam. Magic. I salute the Madhava, Bhagavan Shri Krishna, the source of supreme bliss, whose grace makes the dumb man to become eloquent. Mukam karoti vachalam. This experience, many of our trainers have experienced this in Bhagavad Gita. In Gita Pariwar, there are many sadhak, many participants who, when they join the class, they are not able to speak at all because some are paralyzed, some have some other disease. So their tongue is not flexible enough to read Gita shlokas. But over a period of time, they start reading it quite well, perfectly well sometimes. They pass exams. This is the experience of many trainers in Gita Pariwar. So I salute the Madhava, that Madhava, the source of supreme bliss, whose grace makes the dumb man eloquent, and crippled one cross the mountains. Pangullangayate giram. A crippled man can cross the mountain Girim. So this is the grace of Bhagavad Gita, grace of Lord Shri Krishna. So this is the end of Prarthana. After Prarthana, we read the Gita Mahatmyam. Gita Mahatmyam, we are reading the characteristics of Gita and what Gita offers to a common man who reads Gita with deep faith, deep Shraddha. And what is Gita? That also is described in Gita Mahatmyam. So we'll read Gita Mahatmyam and try to understand what is said in that Gita Mahatmyam. I will read Gita Mahatmyam first. Adha Gita Mahatmyam Gita Shastramidam Punyai यः पठेत् प्रेतः पुमान् विष्णोः पदमवाप्नोति भयशोकादिवर्जितः गीताध्ययनशीलस्य प्राणायामपरस्य च नैव सन्ति हि पापानि पूर्वजन्मकृतानि च मलनिर्मोचनं पुंसां जलस्नानं दिने दिने सकृद्गीताम्बसि स्नानं संसारमलनाशनम् गीता सुगीता कर्तव्या किमन्ये शास्त्रविस्तरैः या स्वयं पद्मनाभस्य मुखपद्माद्विनिसृता भारतामृतसर्वस्वं विष्णोर्वक्त्राद्विनिसृतम् गीता गङ्गोदकं पीत्वा पुनर्जन्म न विद्यते सर्वोपनिषदो गावो दोग्धा गोपालनन्दनः पार्थो वत्ससुधीर्भोक्ता दुग्धं गीतामृतं महत् एकं शास्त्रं देवकी पुत्रं गीतमेको देवो देवकी पुत्र एव एको मन्त्रस्तस्य नामानि यानि कर्माप्येकं तस्य देवस्य सेवा. So Gita Shastramidam Punye Yah Pathet Preta Puman Vishnu Padamapnoti Bhayashokadivarjataha. It means one who with the regulated mind recites with devotion, with Shraddha, this Bhagavad Gita scripture, which is the bestower of all virtues, will attain to a holy abode such as Vaikuntha, the residence of Lord Vishnu, which is always free from the mundane qualities based on fear and lamentation. Gita Shastramidam Punyam Yah Padhet Preta Puman Vishnu Padamapnoti Bhaya Shokadivarjita. Your bhaya and shok will disappear. Further, Gita Dhyanashilasya Pranayama Parasya Cha Naiva Santi Hi Papani Purva Janma Kritani Cha. If one reads this Bhagavad Gita very sincerely and with devotion, of course, with all seriousness, then by the grace of Lord Shri Krishna, the reactions of his past misdeeds will not act upon him. His past karmas will get washed out. Gita Dhyanashilasya Pranayama Parasya Naiva Santi Hi Papani Purva Janma Kritani Cha. पूर्व जन्म में जो पाप हो गए हैं सब धुल जाते हैं. Further, मलनिर्मोचनं पुंसां जलस्नानं दिने दिने सकृद्गीताम्बसि स्नानं संसारमलनाशनम्. One may cleanse himself daily by taking a bath in water. Malanirmochanam punsai jalasnanan dine dine. We take the bath every day to clean our body of all the mal. We keep moving here and there in bazaar, in market, in mall, on the roads and here. So every day morning we have to cleanse the body. So Malanirmochanam punsai jalasnanan dine dine. Every day we do that. But if one takes the bath even once in this sacred Ganga water of Bhagavad Gita, for him the dirt of material life is altogether vanquished. Malanirmochanam punsa jalasnanam dine dine sakrut, like that. Gitambasi snanam, when we take shower in this Ganga of Gita, samsara malanashanam. Samsara malanashanam, the dirt of material life is altogether, it gets vanquished. Further, Gita Mahatmyam says, Gita sugita kartavya kimanne shastra vistaraihi ya swayam padmanabhasya mukha padmadvinisruta. Because Bhagavad Gita is spoken by the Supreme Lord himself. One need not read any other Vedic literature. One need only attentively and regularly hear and read the Bhagavad Gita. This one Grantha is more than enough. In the present age, people are so absorbed in their worldly, material, mundane activities that it is not possible for them to read all the Vedic literature. But this is not necessary also. This one book of Bhagavad Gita will suffice because it is the essence of all Vedic literature. and especially because it is spoken by the God Himself. Further, Bharatamrita Sarvasvam Vishnur Bhaktradvinishritam Gita Gangodakam Pitva Punarjanma na Vidyate. By drinking this Ganga water of Bhagavad Gita, the divine scripture of Mahabharata emanating from the holy lotus mouth of Lord Vishnu, one will never take rebirth in the material world again. Punarjanma na Vidyate. If you read Bhagavad Gita with full Shraddha, then Punarjanma na Vidyate. So this is the easiest moksha marga. Reading and contemplating of Bhagavad Gita and trying to follow it in our life. As Pujya Swamiji says, Gita padhe padhaye aur जीवन में लाए. So merely reading may not help you, but जीवन में लाए definitely helps you. If you can bring it in the जीवन, in the life, then your path to moksha is definitely there. You are already in the path of moksha then. So by drinking this Ganga water of Bhagavad Gita, the divine scripture of Mahabharata emanating from the holy lotus mouth of Lord Vishnu, one will never take rebirth in the material world again. In other words, by devotionally reciting the Gita, the cycle of birth and death gets terminated. Full stop. No more birth and no more death. When there is no birth, there is no question of death. When Punarjanma na Vidyate, the death is out of question. When there is no Janma, there is no death. Further, Sarvopanishado Gavo Dogdha Gopala Nandanaha Partho Vatsa Sudhir Bhokta Dugdham Gitamritam Mahat. Sarvopanishado Gavo Dogdha Gopala Nandanaha Partho Vatsa Sudhir Bhokta Dugdham Gitamritam Mahat. All the Upanishads are compared, are said like a cow. All the Upanishads are like a cow. The milker of the cow is Lord Krishna. And the son of Nanda, Lord Krishna, Arjuna is the calf. The beautiful nectar of Gita is the milk. And the fortunate devotees of fine theistic intellect are the drinkers of this nectar of Bhagavad Gita. Milk of Bhagavad Gita, which is an extract from the Upanishads. Upanishada is a cow. The milker of Upanishada is Lord Krishna. Arjuna is the calf. The beautiful nectar of Gita is the milk. And that milk, that nectar is enjoyed by the fortunate devotees like us. So how fortunate we are. We are enjoying this nectar of Bhagavad Gita. Thanks to Gita Pariwar. So we drink this nectar of Gita and we enjoy that milk of Bhagavad Gita. In the end, Ekam Shastram Devaki Putra Geetameko Devo Devaki Putra Evo Eko Mantrastasya Namani Yani Karma Pyekantasya Devasya Seva. There need to be only one holy scripture, and that holy scripture is Bhagavad Gita, sung by Lord Krishna. Ekam Shastram Devaki Putram Geetam. Devaki Putra has sung this song of Bhagavad Gita. Only one worshipable Lord, Lord Shri Krishna. Eko Devo Devaki Putra. Devaki Putra is Lord Krishna. So there has to be only one holy scripture, the divine Gita sung by Lord Krishna. There has to be only one worshipable God, Lord, that is Lord Shri Krishna, Devaki Putra. Eko mantras tasya namani yani. Only one mantra, his holy name, chanting of his holy name, Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram, or Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. So only one mantra, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Or whatever mantra you can chant. In Vishnu Sahasranam there are 1000 names of Lord Vishnu. You can pick up any name and can chant that name. That is the mantra. Om Achyutaya Namaha, Om Anantaya Namaha, Om Govindaya Namaha. This is also a mantra. Taking 3 names of Lord Vishnu and reciting Om 3 times. So it is a powerful mantra. Om Achyutaya Namaha, Om Anantaya Namaha, Om Govindaya Namaha. You can do as many mala of this mantra as possible. So that has to be only one mantra, which is names of Lord Vishnu or Lord Shri Krishna. Karma pekan tasya devasya seva. There has to be only one duty, one devotional service, and that service is to be performed for the supremely worshipable Lord Shri Krishna. So whatever seva we offer to Lord Krishna is the only seva. Rest everything is a waste of time. The only karma, nishkam karma that we do is offering our seva to Lord Krishna. Karma pekam is ekam tasya devasya seva. So this is the end of Gita Mahatmyam. After Gita Mahatmyam, then we read the Atha Dhyanam shlokas. Atha Dhyanam shlokas. Shantakaram bhujagasayanam padmanabham suresham Vishwadharam gagana sadrusham meghavarnam shubhangam Lakshmikantam kamalanayana yogivir dhyanagamyam Vande Vishnum bhavabhayaharam sarvalokaikanaatham. And second sloka of Atadhyanam. Yam Brahma Varunendra Rudra Marutastunvanti Divyaistavayir Vedai Sangha Padakramo Panishadair Gayanti Yam Samagaha Dhyanavastita Tadgatena Manasa Pashyanti Yan Yogino Yasyantanna Vidusura Suragana Devaya Tasmai Namaha Devaya Tasmai Namaha Devaya Tasmai Namaha. So what is the meaning of all this? Shantakaram Bhujagasayanam Padmanabham Suresham Vishwadharam Gaganasadrusham Meghavarnam Shubhangam Lakshmikantam Kamalanayana Yogivirdhanagamyam Vande Vishnum Bhava Bhaya Haram Sarvalokaikanaatham. This is all description of Lord Vishnu. Every word is the description of Lord Vishnu's attributes. Shantakaram. I meditated upon Lord Shri Krishna, who is a serene appearance, Shanta, serene appearance which fills our inner being with eternal peace, who is lying on the bed of serpent, Bhujaga Shayanam, Ananta, Adisheshanag, Lord Vishnu's photo we see, he is lying down on the bed of that serpent. So Bhujaga Shayanam, representing the eternal primal energy or the Moola Prakriti, who is sleeping on that Moola Prakriti of Ananta or Adishesha, from whose navel is springing up a lotus, which is the source of creation of Brahmadeva, Padmanabham. Padmanabham, from his nabhi, from his navel, the lotus flower is springing up, and on that lotus flower, a flower who is sitting? Brahmadeva, the creator of this universe. Suresham, who is presiding over various elements of those creations, is the Lord of Devas. Sura Isha. Sura is Devas. There Ish, God of gods. So is Suresha. So this is the first line. Shantakaram Bhujagashayanam Padmanabham Suresham. Then Vishwadharam Gagavarnam Shubhangam. Vishwadhar. He is the Adhar of this Vishwa, of the whole universe. So he is the substratum of the whole universe. And boundless and infinite like the sky. Gagana Sadrusham is like sky. Sky has no boundary, no limit. So it is boundless and infinite. So this Lord Shri Krishna, Lord Vishnu, is also Gagana Sadrusham. Meghavarnam, with a form bluish in color like the cloud, which is radiating auspiciousness. Shubhangam, which fills our inner being with bliss. So Vishwadharam Gagana Sadrusham Meghavarnam Shubhangam. Third line, Lakshmikantam Kamalanayana Yogivir Dhyanagambyav, who is the beloved Devi Lakshmi with eyes beautiful like lotus petal, is the beloved of Lakshmi, no? Lakshmikantam. So he is the beloved of Devi Lakshmi with eyes beautiful like lotus petals, Kamalanayanam, and Yogivir Dhyanagambhyam. He cannot be attained by senses. He is Indriyatit. He can be attained only by Dhyan, who is attainable by the yogis only through devotional, through meditation only. Yogivir Dhyanagambhyam. Then fourth line is Vande Vishnum Bhava Bhayaharam Sarvalokaikanaatham. I offer my salutations to Lord Vishnu, who removes the fear of worldly existence by making us realize that we are not isolated. He is with us. We are not alone. He is with us. Internally, Externally we may be different, but internally we are connected to Him. And this connection is eternal because He is there in every jiva. So this connection of us with Him is eternal. Vande Vishnu. I worship that Lord Vishnu, who is the one Lord of all the lokas. Sarva Lokaikanatham. He is the Lord of all lokas. So I offer my salutation. I worship this Lord Vishnu. So this is the first sloka of Atha Dhyanam. Second sloka we read was Yam Brahma Varunendra Rudra Marutastun Vandi Divyastavair Vedai Sangha Padakramo Upanishader Gayanti Yam Samagaha Dhyanavastita Tadgatena Manasa Pashyanti Yan Yogino Yasyantanna Vidusura Suragana Devaya Tasmai Namaha. Nama is prostration. That means obeisances. Sahtang Dandavat. Tasmai means that. Devaya, to the Lord. Narayanam, whom? Narayanam Brahma, the Lord Brahma. Varuna is the Varun Deva. Indra is Indra. Rudra is Lord Rudra. Maruta is the God of wind. Maruta Devata. Stvanti is to pray. Divyain, divine. Stavai, to say stutis, hymns. Yam, on whom? Samaga, the singer of Sama Veda. Gayanti is to sing. Vedai, or Vedas. So, means with Anga Padakrama Upanishadai. Angas, Parikramas and Upanishada Yam, that is whom Yogina, yogis, Pashyanti. Pashyanti is to perceive, to see, to experience. Manasa, that means by mind. Gatena, to surrender. Surrender to Lord. Dhyana, in the meditation. Avasthita, that state, getting established. Yasya, whose Antam, end. Sura is the Devas. Asura Gana, all the Asuras. Vidhu is to know. No, na is means not. So Yam Brahma Varnendra Dharmada Sarnanda Devaistavir Vedai Sangabada Kramo Varshader Gayandiyam Samagaha Dhyana Vasthidat Gate Mansa Pashyanti Yogino Yasyantanna Vidusura Suragana Devai Tasmai Namaha. Prostrations, salutations, Sashtang Dandavat to that Lord Narayan, whom the Lord Brahma, Varuna Deva, Indra, Lord Rudra, Maruta, Devas pray with the divine hymns. On whom? The Samagayan singers sing the Vedas with their Angas, their Parikramas and Upanishadas, whom the yogis perceive with their minds surrendered to him in their meditative state, and whose end the Devas and Asuras know nothing about. There is no beginning and no end, so how can one know about it? So upon that personality, whom? Brahma, Varuna, Indra, Rudra and Marut, they praise by chanting transcendental hymns and reciting the Vedas with all their corollaries, all Padakramas, all Upanishadas, to whom the chanters of Sama Veda always sing, whom the perfected yogis see with their minds after fixing themselves in trance, in meditation, and absorbing themselves within him, and whose limit can never be found, either by demigods or by demons. Nobody can find. On that Supreme Lord, I offer my humble obeisances. So this is the Atha Dhyanam shlokas, what we have read now. In the end, when we complete reading of Bhagavad Gita, it is possible that we might have made some mistake of pronunciation. Rasva has become Dirgha, Dirgha has become Rasva, Aghat we have not taken, Visarga Ucharan we have not done properly. Some letter we might not have pronounced properly. So we have to ask for apology that I have read Gita with full Shraddha, but after all I am a human being, and to err is human, no? I might have made a mistake in reading Gita. So we are seeking forgiveness from Lord Vishnu, from Lord Krishna, with this Kshama Prarthana. Yasya sprutya chana moktya tapo yajna kriyadishu nyunam sampurnatayati sadhyo vande tamachyutam. In spiritual incubation and in worshipping, by whose recollection and by whose name chanting, whatever is partial is made complete in an instant. We are lacking something, but the Lord knows what is complete. Our incompleteness, He completes. That is the imagination. Our incompleteness, the Achyuta completes. So that Achyuta, I salute. I offer my obeisances. Yasya sprutya chana moktya tapo yajna kriyadishu. In performing of all these actions of tapa yajna kriya, if there is some shortcoming of us, if it is something incomplete, Achyuta makes it complete. Yadaksharappadabhrashtam matra hinancha yad bhavet tat sarang shammitan deva narayana namostute. While reading Bhagavad Gita, whenever any letter, any word or matra are corrupted, please forgive me for all those. O Lord Narayana, please forgive me for all those. I pay my obeisances, my salutations, my namaskaram, my sashtang dandavat to you. Itaksharam padabhrashtam matra yena chet bhavid tat sarang shammitan deva narayana namostute. And in the end we say, Visarga bindu matrani padavadaksharaani cha nyunani chatirikta kshamasva parameshvaro kshamasva parameshvaro kshamasva parameshvaro. Please forgive me for the error in Visarga. I have not pronounced probably some Visarga properly, taking the H sound after Visarga. Maybe I forgot, I did not do it. Bindu, the Anuswar Ucharan, maybe I have not done it properly as per the rules. And the Matra, as for Dirgha, this Matra, this meter is including words and composite words. Jodakshar also, I might have pronounced wrongly, I don't know. Please forgive me the grammatical rules as well if I have not followed those. Visargamendu matrani padavadaksharani cha nyunani chatiriktaani kshamasva parameshvara kshamasva parameshvara kshamasva parameshvara. We are asking forgiveness from the Lord for all the errors that we might have made while reading Bhagavad Gita. It is a must to read this shloka because it is not possible that if we read 700 shlokas of Bhagavad Gita, even if you are a Gita Vrati from Gita Pariwar or also from Shrungeri, when you read for reading, sit for reading Bhagavad Gita 700 shlokas, your concentration, it loses sometimes. You lose the concentration sometimes. And if you are reading Gita every day, some or other shloka, you will realize afterwards that, I have not pronounced this word properly. You realize, but by the time the time is gone, the wrong person has already happened and you are already reading the next shloka then. You don't go back and read that shloka again. You are asking for forgiveness there at the end. That does not mean we should be careless in reading Gita in whichever way we want to read, and at the end we read these shlokas that क्षमा कर दो हमको, हमने गलती किया होगा, अरे भाई गलती मत करो ना फिर. So we have to be utmost careful in reading of Bhagavad Gita the way it has been taught to us in Gita Pariwar. All the rules of grammar which are widely circulated in Gita Pariwar are to be followed. All the rules of Visarga, Bindu, that means Anuswar, Avagraha, space points, Aghat, are to be followed scrupulously. But even after taking due care, we may make mistake. So for that, this apology is there. For this, we are asking for this forgiveness from Lord Shri Krishna. So this is how we are concluding the Gita Parayan. I think we should stop here. If there are any questions on all the descriptions, all the detailing that we have done, then you are most welcome to raise your questions. You can discuss those. Thank you so much for your patience. Jai Shri Krishna. Now the forum is open for you to raise your questions. Jai Shri Krishna.
Jai Shri Krishna Bhaiya, thank you so much for your divine words of wisdom. Indeed, it was an enlightening session of one of the most important parts of Bhagavad Gita learning and recitation. in Gita Pariwar. After this clear explanation of what is Nyasa and how it has to be performed, and the clear explanation of meaning of every mantra, definitely it helps us to practice Nyasa with deep absorption in both the meaning and the feeling of the mantra. We are all blessed to be here on this pleasant evening and learn this most important aspect of our Sanatana Dharma. Thank you so much once again for this wonderful Bhakti-maya session.
Jai Shri Krishna.
Question and answer session now. As Bhaiya has already indicated, please unmute yourself to ask your questions. And let us request Bhaiya once again to please clear all our doubts. Request you to come forward with your queries. So let us now see who is, I think Chandra Dhalai Bhaiya.
Yeah.
Jai Shri Krishna, sir.
Jai Shri
Jai
Krishna.
Shri Krishna, ma'am.
Jai Shri Krishna.
Dhanyavadaha. It is a
Dhanyavad.
very beautiful session, sir. As usual, it is very enlightening thing. And first thing, I want to get your number, sir. In case in future, if I need any queries, I can get the clarification. I don't know how to contact you. This is one thing. Because everything is there in the YouTube. In case if we have any queries, maybe we can get clarified with you. So this is one thing. And second one, sir, now you have explained the Shama Prarthana is there. Even it is there in the Vishnu Sahasranama also. Is it, it's applicable for all, sir, like Lalita Sahasranama, Vishnu Sahasranama, any slokas when we read, we can read this one?
Yes, yes. Any Sanskrit literature you are reading, because Sanskrit is not our mother tongue. We don't speak in Sanskrit every day. Once in a while, when we are reading Gita or Vishnu Sahasranam, that time only we speak Sanskrit.
Correct.
So, it not being our mother tongue, we make mistakes. So no harm in asking for apology. I mean, forgiveness from the God. So at the end of any, whether it is Vishnu Sahasranam or whether it is Bhagavad Gita, because if you see these two shlokas, what we have read, there is no mention of Gita or there is no mention of Vishnu Sahasranam in those two Shama Prarthana Stotra. It is just a apology. So this is applicable for any Sanskrit literature that you are reading.
Citation.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. Dhanyavadaha, sir. And I have asked you how to contact you in case of any queries. If
You
you have.
can write down my number now. I give you now. Okay.
Yes, sir.
You have the pen and pencil with you? Okay,
Yes, sir,
write
I
down.
have.
9881 9881
Yes.
81 25
Yes, sir.
20 57.
Okay. Can I repeat,
Okay.
sir? 9881 again 8125 2056.
No, not that. Again, note it down. 9881
9881
25
25
20
20
57.
57. Okay, sir. In case if there is any clarification, I'll be very grateful. And all the sessions I have attended and all the interpretation I have write it in my Gita Pariwar book. So it's easy for me to by heart also. I'm trying my best to go for Gita Patika exam, sir. I finished my Patak.
All the best.
Now
All the best to
I'm
you.
planning to go for Patika. Dhanyavadaha, sir. Hari Om.
Hari Om.
So let us start with Kedar Chandra Dhalai Bhaiya. Please unmute yourself.
Jai Shri Krishna.
Jai Shri Krishna.
My query is first query. Whether first we will read Gita Mahatmyam, then Gita, or first Gita, then Gita Mahatmyam.
हाँ, अभी इसमें क्या है कि कई लोगों की अलग अलग सोच होती है. कई लोग बोलते हैं कि गीता महात्म्य मतलब इट्स लाइक ए फलश्रुति जो अंत में पढ़ना चाहिए. तो कई गीता की संस्थाएं हैं जहाँ पे गीता महात्म्य गीता पठन के बाद पढ़ते हैं, लेकिन गीता परिवार में हम लोग उसके पहले पढ़ते हैं. तो ये तो हर एक संस्था के ऊपर निर्भर करता है. हम गीता परिवार के सदस्य हैं तो हम तो गीता परिवार का रूल फॉलो करेंगे कि गीता महात्म्य गीता पढ़ने के पहले पढ़ना चाहिए और बाद में गीता पढ़नी चाहिए. जैसा सीक्वेंस हमारे पीडीएफ में दिया हुआ है ना, और आप गीता प्रेस की किताब देखेंगे तो गीता प्रेस की किताब में भी वही सीक्वेंस है. प्रार्थना के बाद गीता महात्म्य है, फिर अथ ध्यानम है और फिर गीता पारायण है. तो वही सीक्वेंस हम फॉलो करें.
Next question is what is difference between dhyana? What is difference between dhyana and prarthana?
ध्यान एंड प्रार्थना. See, in some
Different.
places, these two slokas of Atha Dhyanam are also included in the Prarthana only. So it's a sort of Prarthana. We are invoking our divine spirit before we start reading the Bhagavad Gita. So Atha Dhyanam is Dhyan. We are concentrating on Paramatma's name, Atha Dhyanam. And Prarthana also, we are doing our salutations and thanksgiving to Lord. So Prarthana and Atha Dhyanam, they are in continuation, I would say. As I said, in many books, you will find Shantakaram and Yam Brahma Varnendra as the parts of Prarthana only. So they say Prarthana is of 9 shlokas. 7 shlokas what we have studied now and 2 shlokas of this Atha Dhyanam. They are also a part of Prarthana only, they say. So there is not much difference between Prarthana and Atha Dhyanam.
Pranam.
Okay.
Next. Next, let us take the next person. Dr. Hema Saxena Didi, please ask your question. Unmute yourself, please.
Jai Shri Krishna Bhaiya. I wanted to ask one question that Gita ji is the Vani of Sri Bhagavan, Sri Krishna. So who has written this Nyas and Kshama Yachna and, yeah.
These are
Is it
all,
also?
as I said, Madhusudan Shastri, he has done most of the work on this Gita, Madhusudan Shastri. So he has done all this work.
Okay. And secondly, half my question was answered as you said that this Kshama Yachna is same for all the mantra. What about Nyas? Like if we start any Sakam Puja with any other mantra or any other ritual, can Nyas be the same?
No, Nyas will not be the same. When you are doing Sakam Bhavana, Sakam reading of say Ramayana or Vishnu Sahasranam, the shloks to be used for purification of body and purification of your senses are different. They are drawn from that particular stotra. Suppose you are doing Vishnu Sahasranam. Then while doing Nyas, before doing Vishnu Sahasranam, the shloks will come from Vishnu Sahasranam, not from Gita. Here we are doing Gita Nyas. So each scripture that we read with the Sakam Bhavana will have a different set of shlokas included in the Nyas.
So what about if we start something like Sundar Kand or Hanuman Chalisa or anything else? They don't describe Nyas there.
So if there is no description of Nyas for those scriptures, then there is no need to read. But there is a different description of Nyas given for Gita as well as for Vishnu Sahasranam or many other scriptures. So there you have to read. Even for Rudra, it is given. Even for Shiva Mahimna Stotra, it is given. So wherever it is mentioned, but as I said, for that the Nyas will include shloks from that stotra. If you chant Bhagavad Gita Nyas for reading Shiva Mahimna, then it will not make much sense.
Okay. Thank you. Jai Shri Krishna.
Jai Shri
Next, Dr. Geeta Bhattji, please unmute yourself.
Jai Shri Krishna.
Jai Shri Krishna.
I have two. One is Atha Gita Mahatmyam, and there is one more Gita Mahatmya, na bandhosti na mokshosti. Brahma nasti nirayam. What the?
There are, at least I have seen 5 types of Gita Mahatmya.
Okay.
Different people have written Gita Mahatmya differently. But this is the one which is authentically and which is included in the books of Bhagavad Gita. So we follow this Gita Mahatmya. There are many ways we can sing the Mahatmya, the greatness of Bhagavad Gita. Different people sing it differently, using different words, glorifying the Bhagavad Gita differently. But this is the way which is authentic, and we follow this Gita Mahatmya in our teaching as well as our saying, reading, reciting.
And the next
Reading
is
other, reading other Gita Mahatmya, it does not matter. You can read that Gita Mahatmya also. No harm.
and other is when we read this Hridayadi Nyasa, what is the meaning of Swaha, Vashat, Hum, and Vaushat?
See, Vashat is a Kriya when you are performing physical Yajna. You are offering something to the Yajna. You are offering some material in the Yajna. So that Kriya is called Vashat Kriya. So that is what we are offering. Yeah, we are offering our senses, we are offering our soul to Paramatma before we read this Adhyay. So it is a sort of offering, Vashat Kriya.
Hum Pat, Oshat. The Kavachaya whom?
They are related to Yajna, performance of Yajna only. All these kriyas are pertaining to Yajna, and reading Bhagavad Gita is performing Yajna. In 18th Adhyaya, Paramatma has said himself that those who read Bhagavad Gita, they are performing a Jnana Yajna for me. So we are starting the beginning of that Yajna. And before we are doing that Yajna, we are doing all these actions.
Okay.
Netratraya Voshat, purification of Netrats.
So aha, that all of them are
We
pertaining
are
to
offering in the
Shirasa, Swaha, all of them
Swaha
pertaining
is
to offer.
surrendering. We are giving it that. Offering that.
Next, Jai Sri Vidya Didi. Please unmute yourself.
Jai Shri Krishna, sir.
Jai Shri Krishna.
Sir, actually, how I do is Bhakti Yoga by default daily I'm chanting. So what I do is 12 Bhakti Yoga by default daily 12th chapter I read, and then today I'll read first chapter 12:1, 12:2 next day, 12:3 like that. I do again I'll come back. So this is what I do. So when I'm doing this, can I go in this procedure? First is Vasudeva Sutam Devam, that first I'll do the prayer, and then I will do this Nyasa, that is the purification of thing. Then Vidya, then Nyasa, then chant the chapters, all the like 12 today, 12:1. Today, for example, today I'm going to do Vasudeva Sutam Devam. First, I will do that. Then purification I will do. Then third step, I will go for Hridaya Dina Nyasa. Third. Then fourth, I will chant the 12th chapter and the first chapter. Then can I go for Gita Mahatmyam? And then that last three, which you told that in case if I have done some mistake, doing that. So can you just tell me the flow? How can I do?
Before you start reading any Adhyaya of Gita, you should perform the Nyasa. Nyasa is not to be done in part, bits and pieces. It is to be done in continuation. So if you read one Adhyaya and then come back to Nyasa, then read another Adhyaya, come back to Nyasa, this is not correct. Nyasa is to be performed in totality before you start reading the Bhagavad Gita. And generally, Nyasa is to be performed if you are doing complete Gita Parayan. If you are reading only one Adhyaya every day, then Nyasa does not make much sense. If you are reading complete Parayan of Bhagavad Gita, then
But reading all that 18 still it's a little bit difficult for me. So I'm going like this because I have other Narayaniam all. So as of now,
but as I said, are you reading Bhagavad Gita for attaining something in return from God, or you are doing for purification of your mind and heart?
Yes, second one, for purification of mind and heart.
Then Nyasa is not for you. As I said in the beginning, Nyasa is to be performed when we are reading Bhagavad Gita as a sakam karma. We are expecting something in return from the God. Then it becomes a part of karma kanda, and then we have to perform Nyasa. But if we are not expecting anything in return, it is a nishkam seva of Lord, which we are doing only for purification of ourselves, for our own self joy, then Nyasa is not a must.
Okay. In case if we require for some return, like in case if we need something, then Nyasa is required, right?
Yes, Nyasa is required, definitely. Then it becomes a part of karma kanda. You are doing something sakam seva, no? Every sakam seva is a karma kanda only. You have to perform Nyasa, and that becomes a must.
Then next what next, sir? After that Nyasa, next what I should, in case if I go in this order.
Om Parthaya Pratibodhitam Bhagavata Narayana Swayam, then Gita Mahatmyam, then Shantakaram Bhujakasayanam, then Yam Brahma Vrunendra Rudra Martastanoti Devaistavet. And after entire Gita has been read by you, then that Kshama Prarthana, Visargovinda Matrani Padvada Aksharani Chanuna Nichatirtani Kshams Parmeshwara, that Prarthana you have to read at the end when you complete reading of Bhagavad Gita.
Okay. And this, in case of that mistakes which you told, that 11th chapter of sloka 36 to 46, in case of any sin, right?
That is the Kshama Prarthana. Sthane Rishikesha Prakrita, that Arjuna's slokas from 36 to 46 or 11 slokas, they are Kshama Prarthana. We commit a lot of Papa Karma knowingly or unknowingly. So we are asking for forgiveness from Lord.
So that I can chant it daily, right? The
Yeah,
36 to 46.
of course, yes. Yes, of course, yes.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Next we have Swapan Chakrabarti ji. Swapan Chakrabarti ji. Please unmute yourself. Swapan ji.
जय श्री कृष्ण दीदी भैया।
Yeah, please go ahead, Sopan ji.
हाँ, बहुत अच्छा लगा सर आपका विवेचन, एक्सेलेंट।
धन्यवाद, धन्यवाद,
बहुत अच्छा लगा।
धन्यवाद।
फर्स्ट टाइम आई हैव हर्ड योर विवेचन, एक्सेलेंट। कोई वर्ड्स नहीं है इसको एक्सप्रेस करने के लिए। बहुत बहुत ही अच्छा लगा सर। ये एक चीज मैं दो चीज एक्चुअली पूछना चाहूंगा। ये जो छंदा है ना सर, चिष्टुप और अनुष्टुप छोड़ के अभी ये छंदा
हाँ, इसमें शार्दुल विक्रीडित छंद है। ओम पार्थाय प्रभुपदम जो प्रार्थना है ना, उसका छंद उसको बोलते हैं शार्दुल विक्रीडित।
शार्दुल
शार्दुल विक्रीडित। विक्रीडित, शार्दुल विक्रीडित। आप संस्कृत की कोई भी किताब देख लीजिए और हर एक श्लोक के नंबर जो अक्षर है ना उसको काउंट करिए, और फिर संस्कृत का जो किताब है उसमें देखिए कि इतना यदि अक्षर किसी श्लोक में तो वो कौन सा छंद है। ऐसा क्लियर का टेबल रहता है वो, कि इतने यदि अक्षर है इसमें तो ये छंद ये है। जैसे अनुष्टुप छंद हम पढ़ते हैं तो एक चरण में 8 होते हैं, 8 लेटर्स होते हैं। अनुष्टुप में एक में 11 होते हैं। ऐसे हर एक छंद का एक एक नियम होता है। तो नंबर का जो लेटर्स है वो काउंट करिए, और कोई भी संस्कृत की स्टैंडर्ड किताब देख लीजिए कि इतने अक्षर होंगे तो कौन सा छंद है। तो ओम पार्थाय प्रबुद्धम जो है उसका शार्दुल विक्रीडित छंद है। जिसका भी श्लोक आपको छंद मालूम करना है, उसके सिर्फ अक्षर कितने हैं वो काउंट करिए।
तो इसमें कितना अक्षर रहता है सर? इसका शार्दुल वाला आप जो बोल रहे हैं इसमें कितना अक्षर रहता है?
अभी आप काउंट कर लीजिए। ओम पार्थाय प्रतिबोधिताम 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 ऐसे जितने भी है काउंट कर लीजिए।
जी जी जी।
हाँ
सर और एक चीज है, जो बोले थे ना, ये जो आपको सर के ऊपर से जो घुमाना है वो क्या मैंने हर में आवाज होना चाहिए क्या?
क्लॉकवाइज घुमाना है। आपने अभी एंटी क्लॉकवाइज घुमाया, ऐसे क्लॉकवाइज घुमाना है, ऐसे घुमाना है, ऐसे।
अच्छा, ऐसा?
हाँ हाँ हाँ, ऐसे 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 घुमाना है, ऐसे घुमाना है।
ऐसे
हाँ, ऐसे घुमाना है।
इसमें
और ऐसे
और इसमें
चुटकी,
आवाज होना चाहिए।
हाँ, और ऐसे चुटकी बजनी चाहिए, हाथ की चुटकी। अभी आवाज नहीं आया आपको, हाथ की चुटकी
जी
ऐसे
जी।
बजाते बजाते ऐसे बोलना है। नाना विधाने दिव्यानी नाना वनस्पति च ओम अस्वराय फट।
अच्छा अच्छा, ओके ओके, थैंक यू सो मच सर।
थैंक यू, थैंक यू। एनी अदर क्वेश्चंस प्लीज?
अजीता जी।
Ji, Jai Shri Krishna. Thank you very much for the extremely enlightening session.
Thank you.
Question
Thank
is
you.
about your transformation again. What you transform, because it's our last class, as it is a Nyasa class, it's our Gita Dhyanam's last class. So you
Yes,
already
yes.
all things or implemented that also.
Yes.
Within a few words, could you explain how you got the transformation in your in all aspects?
See, if you want to transform yourself, you have to first understand what you are reading. That is why I always insist that all the participants of Gita classes should, without fail, attend the Vivechan Sutras of Gita Pariwar on Saturdays and Sundays, or wherever you can find the meaning and explanation of all these shlokas what you have learned. The more you hear about those, the more matured you become in understanding the Gita. And that is the purpose. To understand. If you don't understand, what can you bring in the life? Isn't it? You take any shloka. Normally, I give an example of the 6th shloka from 3rd Adhyay, wherein Paramatma says, Karmendriyena Sayyamyaste Manasa Smaran Indriyathan Vimudhatma Mithyacarasa Uchyate. Karmendriyena Sayyama. We boast about control of our senses. We start doing upas and then we tell, I will do upas, I will not eat anything. Very good. Wife is also happy you are doing upas. But when people gather together on the dining table for breakfast, you start getting some kind of ahankar in your mind. Why they are eating? They cannot remain without food for a day. See, I am doing upas, I am not eating anything. I am just reading newspaper. These people are always busy in eating. What is this? But when 10 o'clock 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, I start feeling very, very hungry. People are again on the dining table for enjoying their lunch. Now I am facing the stage of unbearable hunger, but I cannot eat because I already announced I'm doing a fast. And I tell my wife at 2 o'clock, at 7 o'clock when I will open my fasting, please go 6 o'clock to the nearest that sweet mart shop, Vaibhav Sweets, and 6 o'clock is frying some good jalebis in pure ghee and some kachori samosas fresh. I like kachori samosa very much. I like jalebis very much. So when I am breaking my fast at 1 o'clock in the evening, I will enjoy kachori samosas and jalebis. This I tell my wife at 2 o'clock. 3 o'clock I remind her. 4 o'clock I remind her. 6 o'clock I almost shout at my wife and saying that, why you are not gone there so far? When you go and everything is finished, then what I will eat? What does it mean? Karmendriya Sanyamya. I have controlled my tongue. I control my senses. I have not eaten anything. But yaste manasa smaran. Mentally I am eating for last 4 hours. Paramatma says, Mithyachar. ये झूठा व्यवहार है. You are cheating yourself, you are cheating me also. So if we bring this shloka of Gita in our life, that whatever I do with control of senses, I will do the same with control of mind as well. In the mind also, I will not think about it. This is a great lesson. Now, this is only about tongue and whatever description we have made. This is applicable to all the 10 indriyas, 5 Dhanendriyas and 5 Karmendriyas. So, if we can implement this message of this shloka for all the 10 indriyas of us, it will change person. So, we pick up any shlokas of Bhagavad Gita and try to understand how we can bring it in our life. That is the way to bring it in life. I hope I have answered your question.
Yes, Bhayaji. Bhayaji, you are taking when you going for a contemplation, it takes a time. Once you are going for a meditation, it takes a time. It's how much time it takes, don't know stores. In that case, how you manages your time? You are reading every day sloka Bhagavad Gita, as well as doing contemplation. So in that, sometimes one sloka takes, you are sitting, the time is gone for 1 hour, 2 hour, 3 hour, that what is the time, don't know. So in that, how you manages your time when you are coming for again for a society or social work or your daily activity, then how you managing? Or one sloka is that Mahamyam Bhagavan ne God takes the all task of ours.
See, I will not say that you can follow all 700 shlokas in our day-to-day life. Unless you do deep contemplation on all those shlokas, it is not possible for us to bring those shlokas in our life. And it is, as you rightly said, we cannot do contemplation of 700 shlokas so easily. That's why I said, pick up some shlokas which you think you can follow in your life. Now this Karmendriya Sanyama Aste Mansas Paran, once we know the meaning of this shloka and the importance of it, of following it in our life, we can think of following it, no? So pick up some such shlokas only. I don't say all 700 shlokas of Bhagavad Gita you follow in your life. Even if you follow one charan of a shloka, you will be a changed person. In 8th Adhyaya there is a shloka, Tasmat Sarveshu Kaleshu Mamanusmari Yudhyacha Mayarpitamano Buddhir Mame Vaishyasya Samshayam. So this second charan, Mamanusmara and Yudhyacha. Very, very important. You remember me and perform your kartavya karma duty also. If we can follow this in our life, then we don't differentiate between spiritual activity and material activity. We are performing material activity, go ahead. But Mamanusmara, remember me. Then every work that we perform becomes a divine work. When we are doing it with the remembrance of God, then God is a witness for the karma that we are performing. So if we can inculcate this habit in our life, Mamanusmara Yudhyacha, only one charan of Bhagavad Gita. I don't say 700 shlokas or even one shloka, one charan only. Mamanusmara Yudhyacha, you will be a changed person totally. Perform all your karmas while remembering me. Remember me and perform your karmas. God doesn't say you only remember me and forget about all your material activities. You are having a body, let the body perform the material work. Mind, keep it on me. That is all.
Bhayaji, this sloka from which chapter and which
Eighth
sloka?
chapter. Eighth chapter, seventh sloka. Eighth, Akshar Brahma Yoga.
8th chapter, 7th sloka.
Seventh sloka, yeah. Seventh sloka of 8th chapter.
Thank you, Bhayaji, for sharing your.
You can listen to this tomorrow. Tomorrow is the beginning of 8th Adhyay Vivechan. Tomorrow evening at 7 o'clock. You can listen to this sloka and the description and detailed revision of this sloka tomorrow evening.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Next, let us call Kenaram Rakshit ji. Please come forward with your query.
Sir, in Karanyasa, there's this sloka. Aham tvam sarvapapebhyo mokshayashyami masucha iti kilakam. So what is the literal meaning of kilakam?
Kilakam is kunchi, the key. Kilakam is kunchi, the key. This is the key of our door of spirituality.
Yes.
The Kilakam is key, kunchi.
Okay, I got it. Thank you.
Then we have Sudhakar Rao Bhaiya. Please unmute yourself.
Om Shri Jai Krishna.
Jai Shri Krishna.
Guruji, first we have to chant this. If I chant only one Adhyay, 12th Adhyay, can I go for Shama Pradhan?
Yeah, Shama Pradhan you can go for one Adhyay also. But Nyas, not necessary to go for only one Adhyay.
If I want to go, 18 chapters, so I have to chant in Nyasa.
Yeah, then you can do. Then you have to do Nyas if you are doing it with some expectation. If you are doing for only purification of our mind and heart, then Nyas is not a must. When you are doing as a karma kand,
Shama Pradhan is needed.
That you should do every day.
Every day.
Shama Pradhan you should do every day after reading the Gita.
First, sir, if I go for complete this 18 chapters, can I go for only Nyas, then Pradhana after completion of 18 chapters?
No. The sequence to be followed is that only. Nyas, because in the end of Nyas of Durdhadhi Nyas, we are already announcing Shri Krishna Prityarthe Pathe Vinyogaha. When we say Astraya Phat, that is the end of Nyas, and we are making an announcement that Shri Krishna Prityarthe Pathe Vinyogaha. When we have already invited Shri Krishna to listen to our Gita, how can we shift to something else? You have to start with Pradhana and then go with Gita Patan.
Gita Patan. Shama Pradhana after Gita, complete of Gita.
After entire Gita has been read, then Shama Pradhana.
Shama Pradhana. So, sir, in Nyasa, iti Digbandha, there is no. Iti Digbandha. And in Nyasa, after Hridaya Nyas, generally, after we completion of Vasai Shauset, then iti Digbandha, then we told like that. There is no iti Digbandha. And all parts of our body, the Digbandha.
Yes. We have cleansed all parts of the body in Karanyasa and Udayadinas, and then we start reading the Gita. Shri Krishna Prityarthe Pathe Vinyogaha. That is all.
Sir, understood, sir.
No
Thank you.
activity is necessary. After performing Karanyasa and Udayadinas, we have to start with Prarthana only. Om Parthaya Pratibodhitam.
Okay. Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
We have the last question from Devendra Agarwal Bhaiya.
Jai Shri Krishna Bhaiya. Bhaiya, one of my question is already answered, but I need to ask this thing. Whatever Prarthana, Gita Mahatmyam, Gita Dhyanam, we have read these. Do we have any book for the meaning of these things? Like for Gita, we have Sadak Sanjeevani and all that. So is there any book for the meaning of these things also?
I am not aware offhand of the book in English. I have learnt all this in Marathi, my language.
Acha, not in Hindi also?
Yeah, there may be books in Hindi. You can search for it in Amazon or somewhere. But normal Gita books don't explain all this.
Yeah, that's why I asked, because these things are not there.
You preserve the PDF of this Vivechan, which will include every word that I speak. Then you can use that as a reference and keep searching for any suitable book.
Okay. Okay, Bhaiya.
Okay.
Thank you so much, Bhaiya, for that patient hearing and answering of all the questions. And now let us do the Prarthana, the Thanksgiving Prarthana, and offer our
Didi, one
sincere
more question
prayers.
is there. One more question
One
is
more
there.
question is there? Okay. Okay. Lata Didi, please unmute yourself. And Swapan Chakravarti Didi, you want to ask again? Okay.
Yes, Bhaiya.
So
Yes,
next.
Didi. Didi, I have read this Bhagavad Gita without doing Nyasa before my father-in-law was dead. Before that 11 days in that Asaucha. Is it okay?
Sorry, repeat your question. You are not very clearly audible.
Bhaiya, Jai Shri Krishna Bhaiya, I read Bhagavad Gita before in that 11 days my father-in-law was dead. So without doing, I didn't do Nyasa and all. Is it okay?
That is okay. That is okay. As I said, if you are doing Nyas with some expectation of mind, then only you have to perform Nyas.
Okay.
When you are reading for the smooth passage of the departed soul, that is okay without performing Nyas.
Thank you, Bhaiya. Jai Shri Krishna.
Thank you. Thank you.
Next. Swapan Didi, please come forward.
जैसे सर दीदी और भैया अगेन मैं ये बोल रहा था हाँ भैया मैं ये पूछ रहा था कि आप जो बोला था ना ये कस्टमर सर्विस कल होगा क्या ये इसका जो है आप बोले
हाँ ये 8वें चैप्टर का श्लोक है 7वां श्लोक
हाँ ये कल कुछ क्या विवेचन
होगा मामे वैश्य से संशयम
जी 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 तो ये कल फिर विवेचन होगा इसके बारे में
कल इसके बारे में कल से 8वां अध्याय का विवेचन शुरू होगा तो उसमें ये श्लोक आएगा पहले कुछ श्लोकों का विवेचन कल होगा उसमें ये 7वां श्लोक भी आ जाएगा तो यदि आपको इंटरेस्ट है तो आप जरूर उसमें अटेंड करिए तो इस श्लोक के बारे में हम ज्यादा डिटेल में उस समय बात करेंगे
हाँ 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 वही उन्होंने पूछी थी कल कितना 7 बजे है
हाँ 7 बजे कल 7 बजे 7 से 8:30
तो कैसे ज्वाइन करना पड़ा मैं तो दूसरा ग्रुप में हूँ ना वो हो जाएगा क्या इसमें
हाँ
मैं दूसरा मतलब इसी ग्रुप का जो है और कल दूसरा विवेचन है उसके बाद मैं ज्वाइन कर सकता 7 बजे तो है वो तो 5 बजे कल है
जब भी इच्छा हो तो उस विवेचन के ज्वाइन हो सकते हैं 7 बजे वाले
जी 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 ठीक है अच्छा ये तो लाइव होगा ना तो यूट्यूब में कर सकते हैं मतलब
यूट्यूब में आ जाएगा ना यूट्यूब में भी रहता है सब यूट्यूब में भी रहता है उसका लिंक आपके साथ शेयर की जाती है हर बार यूट्यूब में भी देख सकते हैं आप
और जूम लिंक भी देंगे क्या इसी ग्रुप में भेजेंगे कि जो कल का जो है
हाँ जूम लिंक भी इसका आ जाएगा जो कल ओपन होगा तो जूम लिंक भी आएगा और यूट्यूब का भी यूट्यूब में भी उसको स्टोर किया जाता है
जी 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 भैया ओके
Okay. Jyoti Didi, please unmute yourself.
Which Marathi book, Dada?
शंकर अभ्याकरांचं पुस्तक पहा त्याच्यामध्ये दिलंय बऱ्याच गोष्टी
बर चालेल चालेल धन्यवाद धन्यवाद
धन्यवाद
Arjuna Anjali Didi, please unmute yourself.
जय श्री कृष्णा भैया
जय श्री कृष्ण
आप सभी विवेचना बहुत बहुत अच्छा है एक्सलेंट विवेचना आप दे दिए मैं एक क्वेश्चन है मैं स्टार्ट द गीता पर सकामा क्रिया पहले न्यास प्रार्थना करन्यास प्रन्यास प्रार्थना then only one session I have to complete all chapters if I start it to for a special purpose I have it's must to complete the all 700 slokas. My question is
I understand the question but you have left few things not done after prarthana you have to read Gita Mahatmyam after that Atha Dhyanam and then you have to start reading the Bhagavad Gita. So after prarthana is done, you should not jump directly to reading of Adhyaya. You should complete Gita Mahatmya and Atha Dhyanam Shloka, Shantakaram and Yam Brahma Varunendra Rudra. After these shlokas are read, then you can start reading the Bhagavad Gita.
I have to complete in one session, one reading. No breaks.
With no breaks. With no breaks.
Okay. How many hours it's take time, Bhaiya?
If you have not read every day 18 adhyayas, it may take for you maybe 2.5 hours also. If you are a daily reader of 18 adhyas, it may take 1.5 hours also. Depends
It's
on
must
your speed
to
of reading.
complete in one sitting. In one sitting, you have to complete.
Yes, you can complete in one sitting. As I
To
said, you are
read for purposefully in one sakama.
If you read some sakam karma, then only nyasa is required. Otherwise, if you are reading for the purification of your mind and heart, then nyasa is not required. You are doing
Only
for
nyasa is not required. Pradhana sloka,
Prarthana is required. Prarthana and slokas are required. They are to be done. Bhartaya
Pradhana
Pratibodhitam.
sloka, dhyana, Gita Mahatmyam also.
Yes,
necessary.
that is to be done. That is to be done. That is not a part of nyasa.
Okay. Thank you, Bhaiya.
Thank you.
Thank you. I think now we have finished all the questions. Now let us go to the next part now for the Thanksgiving Prarthana and to offer our sincere prayers at the lotus feet of Paramatma. I invite Srimati Renu Sharma ji, a postgraduate from Rudrapur, Uttarakhand. Didi is a homemaker and joined Gita Pariwar in 2023. Didi is and she is now offering seva as TA. And may I request Didi to please start the prayer?
जी दीदी। योगेशं सच्चिदानन्दं वासुदेवं व्रजप्रियं धर्मसंस्थापकं वीरं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं श्रीकृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं। जय श्री कृष्ण सभी।
Jai Shri Krishna. So after that wonderful prarthana, thank you Didi for that wonderful prarthana. After that, now we are moving forward with our expression of gratitude, which is very important because the success of any program lies in the hard work of different people behind. So expressing gratitude is the highest form of thought, and undoubtedly it gives us a lot of happiness. So let me take this opportunity on behalf of Gita Pariwar and sincerely thank our host Srinivas-ji and everyone involved in the technical team and the whole of the back-end team in making this session a memorable one to all of us. So my heartfelt gratitude to all our Gita sadhaks also for attending this session. And not only attending, they have made this session a grand success by beautiful questions which were asked. And all those questions were very useful to each one of us here. So thank you so much, all the sadhaks. And before we sign off, I request all of you to join the group chanting of Hanuman Chalisa. So let us now.
श्री गुरु चरण सरोज रज निज मन मुकुर सुधारि बरन रघुबर विमल जसु जो दायक फलचारि बुद्धिहीन तनु जानिके सुमिरौ पवन कुमार बल बुद्धि विद्या देहु मोहि हरहु कलेश विकार। जय हनुमान ज्ञान गुण सागर जय कपीसति लोक उजागर रामदूत अतुलित बल धामा अंजनी पुत्र पवन सुत नामा महावीर विक्रम बजरंगी कुमति निवार सुमति के संगी कंचन बरन विराज सुबेसा गानन कुंडल कुंचित केसा हाथ वज्र ध्वजा विराजय कांधे मूंज जनेऊ साजय शंकर सुवन केसरी नंदन तेज प्रताप महाजगबंदन विद्यावान गुणी अति चातुर राम काज करिबे को आतुर प्रभु चरित्र सुनिबे को रसिया राम लखन सीता मन बसिया सूक्ष्म रूप धरि सिंहि दिखावा विकट रूप धरि लंक जरावा भीम रूप धरि असुर सहारे रामचंद्र के काज सवारे लाय सजीवन लखन जियाए श्री रघुवीर हर्षि उर लाए रघुपति कीन्ही बहुत बड़ाई तुम मम प्रिय भरत ही समभाई सहस बदन तुम रोजस गावै अस कहि श्रीपति कंठ लगावै सनकादिक ब्रह्मादि मुनीसा नारद सारद सहित अहिसा जम कुबेर दिगपाल जहाते कवि कोविद कहि सके कहाते तुम उपकार सुग्रीव ही कीन्हा राम मिलाय राजपद दीना तुम्हरो मंत्र विभीषण माना लंकेश्वर भय सब जग जाना जुग सहस्र योजन पर भानु लील्यो ताहि मधुर पल जानु प्रभु मुद्रिका मेलि मुख माहि जलधि लांघि गए अचरज नाहि दुर्गम काज जगत के जेते सुगम अनुग्रह तुमरे तेते राम दुआरे तुम रखवारे होतन आज्ञा बिनु पैसारे सब सुख लहै तुम्हारी सरना तुम रक्षक काहू को करना आपन तेज समारो आपै तीनों लोक हाकते कापै भूत पिशाच निकट नहीं आवै महावीर जब नाम सुनावै नासै रोग हरै सब पीरा जपत निरंतर हनुमत बीरा संकट ते हनुमान छुड़ावै मन क्रम वचन ध्यान जो लावै सब पर राम तपस्वी राजा जिनके काज सकल तुम साजा और मनोरथ जो कोई लावै सोई अमित जीवन फल पावै चारों जुग प्रताप तुम्हारा है प्रसिद्ध जगत उजियारा साधु संत के तुम रखवारे असुर निकंदन राम दुलारे अष्ट सिद्धि नो निधि के दाता असबर दीन जानकी माता राम रसायन तुम्हारे पासा सदा रहो रघुपति के दासा तुम्हारे भजन राम को पावै जन्म जन्म के दुख बिसरावै अंत काल रघुवर पुर जाई जहाँ जन्म हरि भक्त कहाई और देवता चित्तन धरई हनुमत से सर्व सुख करई संकट कटई मिटई सब पीरा जो सुमिरै हनुमत बल बीरा जय 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 हनुमान गोसाई कृपा करहु गुरुदेव की नाई जो सत बार पाठ कर गोई छूट ही बंदी महासुख होई जो यह पढ़ हनुमान चालीसा होय सिद्धि साखी गौरी सा तुलसीदास सदा हरि चेरा की जय नाथ हृदय महडेरा पवन तनय संकट हरन मंगल मूर्ति रूप राम लखन सीता सहित हृदय बसहु सुर भूप सियावर रामचंद्र की जय पवन सुत हनुमान की जय.
With that, we come to the end of this session. See you all in another enlightening session.